Hello, lifespan development psychology student of Dr. Rawlinson. Uh, this video is being recorded because I know there's a lot of confusion currently. I created some of it actually. The Walter State has moved this fall to start something called the Digital Engagement Initiative, whereby all psychology students will get an an option to have an ebook and be billed a fee as part of their normal tuition. And part of that digital engagement initiative is someone from the bookstore sending you an email saying that here's your login, here's where you go to set up your ebook. And that works for every psychology class except this one, except lifespan. So my apologies for those who I emailed earlier. And in my traditional class, not my online class, but this is being recorded for both my online and my traditional class. It's going to work the same way for both of you. You will not get an email from the bookstore asking you to sign into something called Red Shelf. Now, I will say to you guys this. Going forward, this is not just going to impact psychology. So in future semesters, you're going to see this being used in other disciplines. But for this class only, here's the way it's going to work. You're going to log into eLearn. You're going to go to your course. So you're going to scroll down, and on the right, you're going to see your courses, right? So here's my lifespan development on-ground class, but I also have a lifespan development online class. So you'll log into your respective lifespan development class. You'll click on the class. It'll bring the class up. Under course information and content, that's where I have access to your materials for the course, right? So I'm going to click course information and content. And in both classes, I have a beginning here, get started here module on the left. And it includes things like the syllabus and objectives and pretest, things like this, right? But down towards the bottom, you'll see a link that says set up your ebook in MyVirtualLife via Revel. This is where your ebook's going to be. So when you click that, let me make myself a student so you see exactly the way I see it. Excuse me. Course information and content. You will click on the begin here, introduction to the course module. You'll scroll down. It says click here to set up your ebook. You click on that and there's some directions here for you. There's a link and there's a code. So this is through Pearson. If you don't have an account with Pearson, whenever you click this link, it's probably going to have you create an account to join my class. The specific link is to this specific class. So the on-ground class will have their own link, and my online students will have their own link. But for both of you, you will enter this code, this access code they have here, this big long code that I'm highlighting. And that will grant you access to the class. When you are granted access, let me show you the ebook. It'll look something like this, except you won't have 5 classes here. You will only have 1 class with me. So for example, notice here I have Psych 2130 Lifespan Fall 2019. That's my online class. And it says On Ground Psych 2130. You will see one of these two show up on your screen. And you'll click Enter the Course. So I'm gonna do my online student since I was with the On Ground before. I click on the class. And it brings up your Pearson. Now it shows you some assignments that you're going to do here, which are My Virtual Life. Part of this class is you raising a child and making decisions based on the textbook and what you learn. So you see these assignments here. So that's the My Virtual Life aspect. But if you look on the left, you have more. You have performance, table of contents. So I'm going to click table of contents on the left. That will show you the actual ebook. So now you're looking at, for example, let's go to chapter 1, introduction. I'm going to go to the beginnings, introduction here. And this is going to bring up the ebook. This ebook is fantastic. It's really, really interactive. Let me show you. Number one, if you want, let me turn up my volume here for a second. Have it actually read to you. Let's have, yeah.
Module 1.1.
Yeah.
Beginnings. New conceptions.
So
What if for your entire life?
I'll pause it here. As you can see, you can have it read to you. And there's options in the course shelf to set up Revel on your phone, smartphone. So if you work and you just want to like plug in your earbuds at work and listen to your chapter content, you can do that. Notice this green text here. That's a highlight I made. How do you do that? It's very simple. You just select text. It'll bring up a highlighting tool on the right. Check this out. So I'll use yellow this time. And look, even add a note. I'll add this is important to study for the test. Save it. It will save all your notes that you make. As you navigate, you turn the page just like you would any other book. It's very easy to operate. And again, that's using this link here on the left and then table of contents. To get back to My Virtual Life, you'll go to assignments. And I'll show you your My Virtual Life assignments. And you can start one just by clicking here on this. Notice that they have due dates. So you have a couple due by September 8th. And you have more due in October, November, and December. But this is the kind of the virtual simulation of raising a baby. Let's go to my highlights and notes. That will compile a list of all my highlights and notes that I've made. And you can print those out if you want, study for the test, or just come back and have them here. I'll go back to the table of contents for a second. You can move around the chapter content. Don't worry about any quizzes inside of this. The only assignments that you're responsible for inside the ebook, sorry for the notification there. The only assignments you're going to be responsible for in the ebook is My Virtual Life. So I have left quizzes in here. You notice, let's go back to the table of contents. There are like videos, quizzes, study tools. Certainly use all of them, but they're not going to count towards grades, except for My Virtual Life, which is here under assignments. Except for this, which has point values. All your other assignments are back here in eLearn. And for my online students, obviously, there's a lot more assignments in here than for my on-ground. I hope that clears up how to set up the ebook. Again, course information, content. You will have a getting started module. Scroll down to where you see set up your ebook in My Virtual Life via Revel. Click that link. It'll bring up instructions. You will click this link. You will create an account and you will enter this code, and that will join you to my class. Again, I really apologize for those who I confused earlier, because for the rest of the psychology classes, they're using a different process. But for us in Lifespan, this is the process we will use. Thanks for watching. Have a great first day, first week, and hit me up with email with questions. Thanks, guys.